Defense lawyers for Sir Mario Owens, who was convicted of killing Senator Rhonda Fields' son and his fiance in 2005, are accusing a juror who served in his two murder trials of misconduct. Attorneys claim that the juror lied on her questionnaire and failed to disclose her multiple relational ties to participants in the trial. Penn, we're 12 years past the day of the crime, and now this is coming up. It seems like a big deal. You're one of our two esteemed lawyers on the panel, so what do you make of the recent allegations from the defense attorneys?
Well, clearly, the allegations need to be investigated by the court and the district attorney's office to figure out if there was some impropriety. What I find confusing about what's been reported is some reports indicate that some of the facts that have been raised were known to both defense counsel and the DA and the court previously, have been brought to the court's attention before, and the court determined that there was no reason to declare a mistrial or declare a new trial. And it's difficult to ascertain what's new information and what's just recycled or recharacterized in terms of the old information. But, you know, based on our criminal justice system, there's a process for evaluating whether this has impacted the defendant's right to get a fair trial. It's a heinous crime. It's awful. It shocked people. But under our system, people are entitled to a trial of fair and impartial jurors, and it's appropriate to inquire to make sure that that's what happened in this case.
Natasha, on social media, Senator Fields put out a response saying that she felt that, you know, quote, the Denver Post article is a distraction from the truth, and clearly she's the person who's going to be most affected by this trial being brought up again. Do you think we're going to see more developments here based on what we're seeing?
Well, I'm sure there's a famous defense attorney who has a quick quip about this, but the thing with death penalty cases is getting the conviction, which is actually very difficult in the state of Colorado. It's truly the easy part. It's the appeals process, which can last years and even decades, and that's what we're in right now. I think Fields understands that. She made comments related to that, knowing that this was part of the process, and it seems like she's quite respectful of that. I think, though, what's disturbing, even though these are allegations, anyone who's getting a jury summons in the next few months, anyone who's served on a jury, anyone, judges, prosecutors, attorneys, defendants, anyone involved in our legal system must understand how important a jury is, an impartial jury. And this is a moment for us to kind of consider that and really think through what those questionnaires involve.
Patty, you and your writers have looked at the history of some of the biggest cases in Colorado. From what we know so far about this one, do you think we're headed for another long haul of not knowing what's going to happen?
Well, we're in the middle of that long haul because the murders were 12 years ago. Mm-hmm. Natasha's right. They did get a death penalty conviction, which is really hard in Colorado. But now you are on maybe a 20-year slog, maybe longer. That's how long how much time passes. I mean, look at the Chuck E. Cheese case, where we may never have the death sentence executed in that case. And in this case, they've been digging up lots of excuses for a retrial and different things. This is the most interesting one I've heard of yet. And obviously, as Penn says, they're going to have to investigate it, because if true, this is amazing that a juror with that background made it all the way to the panel.
David, you're our other esteemed lawyer on the panel, so as you look at this legally and you see a headline in the Denver Post, what should the public take away of what the process is from here?
Well, if the juror is guilty of the misconduct that is alleged, then it's probably criminal punishment for the juror is the appropriate thing to do. This guy, Mario Owens, who is not a sir, any more than I'm the Prince of Wales, this doesn't affect his first-degree homicide conviction. He's guilty of that. It's a second homicide conviction that is at issue, and then the capital sentence imposed after that. There is a huge presumption, almost irrebuttable in our criminal justice system, is you do not question a jury's verdict because you want it to have finality. And so there's currently a U.S. Supreme Court case on this right now. But up till now, it's been no. Once the jury's decided things, if you want to ask for a mistrial right then, go for it. But you don't come in a decade later trying to upset a jury determination.